I think there are only two ways to do life, and they can be summarized in two words. We can do life by fear or by faith. Now, how can a person know if they're doing life by fear? Well, fear will mean that you're doing life by coping through life, not hoping. There's a difference between coping and hoping. A person who lives by faith hopes in God throughout their life, but a person who lives by fear copes throughout their life. Well, how do people cope? Well, in our family, we call it copium. Opium is a drug, and copium we just talked about. And so we combine the two words of copium. In other words, you're coping some way in life through some type of, mental break, activity that takes your mind off your lack of hope. Because, see, the person who lives by faith has faith in God that this life will get better after this life, because after this life, once someone has trusted in Jesus, they get eternity with Jesus. Man, that's a lot to hope for. But if you're living in fear, you don't believe God and who He is and what He's done for you as far as on the cross through Jesus Christ. And so that means you've got to cope with life, and you've picked something to cope with, which is where we get our term copium. And you say, well, what's my copium? Well, I don't know what your copium is. And we have lots of copium opportunities today. We've got phones, TV, drugs, alcohol, sex, you name it. And all those things can work for a season, but in time, those things don't become enough. And so your copium runs out, and so you do something different. And all of us have made fear-based decisions and regretted it later. And so as you contemplate maybe your backstory from today, why not consider the opportunity to evaluate your life and say, hey, look, maybe I'm not doing life as God would have me do it. And you'll have to take a risk if you do so. It means you have to get off the copium and start living in faith. And so this Sunday, I'm going to show you three things through Genesis 12 in the life of Abraham and how he did life by faith, took a great leap of faith in God and took a risk and moved into a season of discomfort and a season that was unknown to him. And that's what it means to live by faith. You don't mind going into the unknown because the known God, the one who called you, is already there. And fear is just the opposite. Fear will have you distrust God. Fear will lead you into a season of uncertainty. And fear will also have you so based in your self-interest, you'll lose interest in worshiping God. And when a person chooses to worship God, guess how they're living? They're living for eternity. And so I want to encourage your heart today. If you have a chance to come to church this Sunday, I want to encourage you to do so. And we don't have any assigned seats in church. You can dress pretty casual. And we start at 9 a.m. We're also on YouTube and Facebook. And so if you want to catch us there, you can do that as well. But I just want to encourage you to think about this. Evaluate what's going on in your life. How are you living your life? Are you living your life on copium? In other words, you're trying to hope in something that's not going to last, and what you've been doing is not working because you still have fear. Or are you living your life by faith, every day hoping for the return of Jesus Christ and to be together forever with Him? Look forward to seeing you, friends. Have a great day.